The courtroom fell silent as the tomb guard stepped forward, his polished boots echoing like a metronome. Corporal Ethan Carter, in the pristine uniform of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, stood tall, the Medal of Honor gleaming on his chest. Whispers rippled through the crowd, some in awe, others in disbelief. Judge Hargrove leaned forward, his voice sharp as a blade. "Remove that medal, Corporal. This is a courtroom, not a parade." Ethan's eyes locked onto the judge, steady, unyielding. The air grew heavy, the kind of heavy that stops hearts. No one knew that a woman in the back row, a retired colonel who owed Ethan her life, was already rising to her feet, ready to turn the room upside down with a truth that would shatter the judges. Before we dive into this story, where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe that values like honor, courage, and sacrifice still matter, join us in keeping their legacy alive. The morning air in Warrenton, Virginia hung heavy with the scent of damp grass and history. The small courthouse, a squat brick building with tall windows and a colonial steeple, stood at the heart of the town. Inside, the wooden floors creaked underfoot, and the ceiling fans spun lazily, stirring the stale air, and the courtroom was fuller than usual. Not because of a case, a mundane dispute over a rural road easement, but because of a man. Word had spread through Warrenton like wildfire through dry brush. A tomb guard still serving was set to testify. Not just any tomb guard, but one who wore the Medal of Honor, the nation's highest military decoration for valor. The whispers had drawn a crowd, locals, veterans, a few reporters all packed into the pews, their eyes fixed on the door. The bailiff's voice cut through the murmurs. "All rise for the Honorable Robert Hargrove." The crowd stood, chairs scraping, as Judge Hargrove entered. He was a tall man, 60, with a face carved from years of wielding authority. His black robe draped over his shoulders like a mantle of control, and his gray eyes scanned the room with the precision of a hawk. He sat, adjusted his glasses, and nodded to the bailiff. "Call the first witness." The bailiff's voice rang out again. "Corporal Ethan Carter, please take the stand." The room fell silent, the kind of silence that presses against your chest. Every head turned as the door opened, and Ethan Carter stepped in. He was 28 tall and lean, with a face that seemed older than his year's eyes, deep with something unreadable, hair cropped short beneath his tomb guard cap. His uniform was immaculate, the dark blue coat of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, crisp white trousers, black shoes polished to a mirror shine. Each step he took echoed with the precision of his training at the tomb of the unknown soldier. 21 steps, pause, turn, repeat. On his chest, pinned above his heart, gleamed the Medal of Honor, its blue ribbon stark against the dark fabric. The crowd watched, some in awe, others in quiet respect. A few veterans in the back row straightened their hands, twitching as if to salute. Ethan reached the witness stand, turned sharply, and faced the room. His movements were deliberate, each gesture a testament to the discipline of a tomb guard. He stood at attention, waiting. Judge Hargrove leaned forward, his eyes narrowing as they fixed on the men. His voice was sharp like a blade slicing through the quiet. "Corporal Carter, before you are sworn in, remove that medal. This is a courtroom, not a military ceremony." A murmur rippled through the crowd, soft but electric. Ethan didn't move. His eyes met the judge's, calm but unyielding. "With all due respect, Your Honor," he said, his voice low and steady. "This medal isn't mine. It belongs to the men who didn't come home. I wear it for them." The judge's face tightened. He leaned back, fingers drumming on the bench. "I don't care who it belongs to, Corporal. This is my courtroom, and I set the rules. Remove it, or you won't testify." The air grew thick, the silence heavier than before. A woman in the 3rd row clutched her purse. An alderman, a veteran with a faded army cap, shifted uncomfortably. Ethan's hands remained at his sides, but his gaze never left Hargrove's. For a moment it seemed he might refuse. Then, slowly, with the same precision he used in every step at the tomb, he reached up, unfastened the Medal of Honor, and placed it on the wooden ledge beside the microphone. The soft clink of metal on wood echoed like a gunshot. The crowd exhaled, some in disbelief, others in quiet anger. Hargrove nodded, satisfied. "Swear him in," he said to the bailiff. Ethan raised his right hand. I, Ethan Carter, do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. The bailiff stepped back. You may be seated. Ethan sat, his posture still rigid, his eyes fixed somewhere beyond the judge. The attorney for the plaintiff, a young man named Paul Gray,